All right, I'm live. I'm just gonna let. A little bit really miles I gotta do, and then I've been trying to find a place to pull up between going by itself. So I'm not really paying attention to it. So I'm driving. I'm driving safe, but I was gonna stop. I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep it rolling. Talk some shit. Talk a little shit. So yeah, I was just listening to Tom Hartman, and he was saying that CBS hired Nick Mulvaney as a paid consultant, or not consultant, but what do they call it when they go on? Yeah, he's on the air. He'll be on the air, and that guy's a dirtbag. Fucking Mulvaney, fucking dirtbag. Just kind of shows these stupid, not stupid, but these networks, these big networks that are owned by big corporations. They're all really Republicans. They're owned by rich Republicans. So they're going to do everything they can to promote the Republican Party, whether they want to admit it or not. So they're going to put Nick Mulvaney on there, and which could be a good thing if they actually pressed the guy, they actually challenged that guy. They actually asked him to tell them about his role in extorting Zelensky when he was Donald Trump's. When Mulvaney was Donald Trump's chief of staff, and he sent over Rick Perry and these other dudes to go and lean on Zelensky. They actually challenged him to talk about those type of things, and okay, but they won't. They're gonna just give him softball things, or he's gonna talk about, he's just gonna talk about how great the Republican Party is, and no one's gonna challenge him. Fuck that. That's bullshit. And I get tired of hearing about these, like Chuck Todd on like Meet the Press or Face the Nation. Well, there's Face the Nation, there's Meet the Press. All the Sunday political talk shows, and people will criticize people like me. The audience members, viewers, will criticize the Chuck Todds for not, challenging some of the statements and some of the things that these Republicans say. And then the excuse that comes back is, this is what Tom Hartman will say, is that if they do that, then the Republicans won't come on anymore. And so they don't want to lose those. They don't want to lose those Republicans from coming on the show. And I've heard Hal Sparks say that you don't. I think it was Hal Sparks. I don't know, but said something about you don't just challenge them because you want to keep them talking. You want to give them the rope to kind of hang themselves, I guess, essentially, as I recall. And that's true to a point. I think he was talking more about Jake Tapper at one time. And I agree that, yeah, there are strategies and there are tactfulness when you're interviewing someone, especially someone that might be considered maybe adversarial. I don't know, but. But I do think there comes a point in that interview, okay, where you've reached the point where you got to go in for the kill, so to speak. I mean, you got to ask a hard question. Yeah, you can set them up, you kind of butter them up and get them feeling maybe comfortable or whatever. But at some point, you got to lower the boom. You know, you got to lower the boom on them. You can't just let them off the hook. And that's what the Chuck Todds of the world do way too much on these network Sunday political talk shows, and even during the week on the cable networks and stuff. They just constantly, I think, let them off the hook. They don't ask those hard questions, and if they're afraid that they won't have access to them because they'll clam up, or they won't come on because they're offended by being asked these questions, then I say, good. Don't let them come on. Just bring on the Democrats then. Give all that extra airtime to the Democrats. Because the Democrats will answer. They'll answer. They're a whole different animal. They're a whole different breed. They will answer the questions. And they will answer the hard questions. And they will come back. And so the way I look at it, if Lindsey Graham or Mitch McConnell or whoever in the Republican Party, if they get all butthurt because Chuck Todd asks them a hard question, and they say, well, I'm not coming on your show no more, fine. Give all that airtime to Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren or whomever, AOC. Give them the airtime and let them get their message out. And the Republicans will be steaming. They will be sitting on the sidelines saying, okay, we got to get back on that show. We can't let them just get all that airtime. And then they will be clamoring to come back. And then you can bring them back, and you can say, even if it's off the air, you can say, okay, but we're not going to just give you all the softball questions. Okay? We're going to ask some meaningful questions. And if they don't like it, then go home. Stay home. Give all that airtime to the Democrats. That's how I look at it. But these networks, and I know Hal Sparks has said that it's kind of ridiculous when you say he's talking about corporate news and corporate networks. He kind of poo-poos the argument about them being biased. I think they are totally biased. These are corporations. They're owned by rich people, and most of these big rich people are Republicans. They want Republicans because all they really care about is getting their taxes reduced, and if they own companies in like factories and things like that, getting regulations reduced so that they have, they don't have to worry about pesky like environmental things. They can just make their shit with impunity, no matter how much toxic shit they put into the atmosphere. So, okay, that's my rant on that. Now, I'm driving out here in the middle of nowhere. I think, I'm not able really to look at the thing because I'm driving, but I'm assuming I'm getting a signal out. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. As soon as I can find a place to pull over, I'm going to pull over and hook up my iPad to, so I can listen to Thom Hartmann. That's usually, when Hal's not on, I listen to Tom. I do like Hal. I think not only is he funny, but he's, I think, incredibly smart, and he does present a little bit different viewpoint than your typical. I don't know if you want to say he's. I don't even know how I would say he's a progressive. I think he said he's. He's just a Democrat, and he's into capitalism, and so am I. But Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, those are probably my top three that I really like. But I don't agree with them 100% of the time. I think if you could agree with someone, especially when it comes to politics, 75 or 80% of the time, that's pretty good. And I don't think you have to be 100%. You don't look for 100%. Man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just I'm talking and now I got this dry throat thing going. I'll lean over here, get some water. Un momento, por favor. Un momento, por favor. Un momento, por favor. Alrighty. Loves water. I loves water. I loves me some water. I loves me some loves water. Cool, refreshing, bottled tap water. I'm pretty sure is what that is. But anyhow, so yeah, I'm just driving along, rolling along. I think, let's see, I am on US Highway 89, northbound. And it looks like I'm in a little town here. I see a bunch of houses kind of all over the place, spread out all over the place, but I don't see any actual, town. There must be a little town somewhere around here. Let's see, what am I coming up on? Mile marker 58. Mountain View Drive. See, what I would like to do, if I was going to do this type of a live broadcast where I'm just driving, I have a Nexar dash cam hooked up, and it takes a pretty good video as I'm driving. I wish maybe there's a way to do it, but I don't know how to do it. I don't have the expertise, the tech savvy to do it. Savvy, whatever. But if I could just run the feed of my dash cam, to this live, YouTube live, that'd be pretty awesome, I think. Because then you could, instead of people looking at my ugly face, they could see what I'm seeing right now, which is really a nice, pretty scenery here of these red mountains, coming up on some of the canyon lands. It'd be nice. So I did send I guess a DM or whatever you call it to YouTube, to their contact them through, you go through the help thing or whatever, and I asked that question. I said, is there any way and I just said, hey, I have an XR dash cam. Is there any way that when I'm going live on YouTube that I could just run that feed of my dash cam on a live broadcast? And the only thing I got back was just the automated response was like, we got your message and we're looking into it, and someone will contact you, and that was like, that was like a week ago. I don't know. So that's all I've gotten back is that automated response. So there's got to be an easier way. I know there's a guy on YouTube. He's been doing it for years, and he's got a pretty good audience. it's the Big Rig Travels guy, right? Where he runs a camera. I don't think it's a dash cam. I think he has, I don't know if it's a GoPro or what kind of camera he's using, but he has a camera. And then he's able to go live with it on YouTube. I think I asked him one time, on his chat, how to do it, and he kind of gave me this big long response. It was really technical. It wasn't just something easy. It was like, you got to buy this kind of box. It's like all kinds of shit. I don't want to do that. All I want to do is, I've already got the fucking dash cam. I got YouTube on here. Why can't YouTube just have a thing where you just are able to run that feed through there? I don't know. It didn't seem like it'd be that hard. I mean, it's hard for me because I don't know shit, you know. I don't know. You know, coming up on this town here. I always forget the name of it. I'm waiting for a sign. This might be, I think this is Kanab. So I'm in Kanab, Utah. For anyone keeping score at home. So wouldn't it be cool, like right now, looking at my ugly mug, if you could see my dash cam, you would see me pull it into Kanab, and it's nice. It's got these big red mountains around it, and it's interesting. It's much more interesting than looking at me, right? So I guess I could get,
right to south 100 east.
If I had maybe a GoPro and I could mount it on this dashboard here, and then maybe I could run the GoPro straight to YouTube. I don't know. I really don't know, but I'm not gonna be able to do that right now. So for now, I'm just stuck looking at me, hearing me jabber on, and if anybody is chatting, I can't see it because I'm not looking up. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at the road. These little towns like Kanab and Moab, they always look so fun to me. They're like really great. These are like tourist destinations. These are like, people come here and they on vacations, and they can rent there's all these off-road vehicles that you can rent, and there's lots of off-road trails you can take and everything. There's guided trails or guided tours you can take, or I think you can just go out on your own. That would be fun. I'd love to do that. Maybe I'll do that this summer. I don't know.
Turn right to south 100 east.
See if my kids want to come. Stuff. Maybe we could have a vacation here. Okay, making this right turn.
Proceed north on south 100 east in a quarter mile. Continue straight onto East Center Street. Then, after 600 feet, continue straight onto West Center Street.
Okay, so Zion National Park is 30 miles. Bryce Canyon is 77 miles. They had a movie theater there. This dog was playing. I guess that's that Channing Tatum movie. which, quite frankly, looks kind of stupid to me.
Continue straight then. Continue straight. Proceed northwest.
I did see, the last movie I saw was, I guess it was The Batman.
Continue straight onto West Center Street.
It was pretty good. I liked it. I do have some thoughts about it, but I don't know if I want to go into spoiler alerts.
Proceed west on West Center Street in a quarter mile. Continue straight onto North 300 West.
Kanab Film Festival. I had a film at a film festival once, a long, long time ago. It's called Feet on the Dashboard. Yes.
Proceed west on West Center Street at 900 feet. Continue straight onto North 300 West.
Don't you
Continue
do
straight
it.
onto North 300 West.
Don't you do it, man.
Proceed northwest on North 300 West at 2.5 miles. Stay left to continue onto US 89.
Yeah, some like really cute little hotels and motels here in Kanab. Wow, nice old Mustang over there, like
2 miles. Stay left to continue onto US 89.
Alright, so anyhow, this is John Fowler Super Trucker Show. Like, share, subscribe, please. I'm on the road, Utah, or actually US Highway 89. Just went through Kanab, Utah. Moab will be up here a ways. And I know it would be so much nicer if you could see the scenery instead of seeing me. And someday I'll get that figured out. See, I think GoPro. I think with GoPro you can hook straight up to YouTube. So
1 mile. Stay left to continue onto US 89.
maybe I'll get a GoPro. That would solve my problems. Because with the iPhone, I have that's what I'm using now is an iPhone, and I've got it in a little holder right here. But I don't know. I can't really figure out. I don't have. I've tried other things. It seems like it's never worked. I've tried mounting an iPhone on a dash.
Proceed northwest on North
It seems like it just always
300
bounces
West.
around and
Stay
vibrates
left to
and
continue onto US 89.
never really works right. I think GoPros are made, they have more of the anti-shaky stuff.
Proceed northwest. Proceed north on North 300 West in a
Quarter
quarter
of an
mile.
inch.
Stay left. Continue onto US 89.
I Alright, looks like I gotta go to this port of entry. It is open.
Continue on to on US 89 in 64 miles. Turn right to North Main Street. Proceed north on US 89 in 64 miles. Turn right to North Main Street.
Okay, so I'm at the port of entry. I don't know why that guy stopped. Okay, so we got a green light. I'm gonna go. When am I supposed to stop? Alright. So I think we're good. Alright, well, I made it through the scale. All legal and proper like. Of course. Wouldn't have it any other way. Going through this canyon. So if at any time if all of a sudden the signal drops, it's because I'm in a canyon in the middle of Utah. So you never know. Signal could drop at any time now. I think we're alone now. I just had that song pop into my head for some reason. I think we're alone now. I think we're alone now. I think we're alone now. Remember Tiffany? She was so cute. She was such a cute little redhead. Yeah, I had a little crush on her, I think. Back in the day. Well, this is a really pretty drive. Too bad you guys can't see it. I think we're alone now. I think we're alone now. All I can remember is that main little chorus of words there. Terrible at remembering lyrics and stuff. I could hear a song a million times and I wouldn't know it. for some odd reason. And someday I'm going to have a camera set up so that you can see the road instead of just looking at me. But anyhow, in the meantime, there was a whole bunch of cars parked back in there. Like, I guess those are off-roaders. You know, this was all like pickup trucks and stuff. Like, people bring in their little, you know, their little off-road vehicles. There goes a camper van. I'd like to get me a camper van. So expensive. I mean, like, especially like the new ones. Oh my gosh! For a camper van, you could spend up to almost $300,000. I've seen them like listed at like $265 for a van. Oh my God! And even like the cheaper ones that are new, like brand new, and they're still pretty nice. You're looking at $165. Anywhere from $145 to $165. Oh my God, it's so outrageous for a van. I know they're cool. A lot of them have little toilets and little showers, and yeah, they stick so much in these tiny compact areas. They have stoves and refrigerators and a bed and everything. And I realize it takes a lot of engineering, and it's almost like handcrafted the way that they put everything in there. But still, gee, Christmas. I mean, this truck I bought, this is a 2016 model year. I bought it in 2015, brand new. This truck was $165,000. Big rig truck, but it ain't got a toilet. That'd be nice. Got a little toilet and a little shower. I've thought about seeing if I could sort of like put that in here, you know, like a wet, what do they call it, wet bath? So you would have a little toilet. Like, I think it would fit in this one where they have this cabinet here. You can take that out and put like a wet shower or a wet bath or whatever. That'd be kind of cool. But this truck is kind of old now, and you know, I kind of hate to put all that kind of money into it. I mean, the way it'd be worth. I think it costs like 20 grand or something, or maybe more. Where they basically will just go through the whole engine, do a complete, I guess, rebuild and overhaul, and it almost makes it like almost like a brand new motor. And we're like this one here, I've got 776,000 miles, I think, on it, 775,000, I guess. And you know, if I paid in, you know, maybe I could get a million miles out of it. And then you do one of those engine overhaul things, like maybe it's 30 grand. But then maybe you can get another, I don't know if you get another million miles out of it, but maybe you get another 500,000 out of it, you know, or maybe it's worth it. I mean, instead of paying, like if I wanted to buy a new truck, the new trucks now are over 200,000. They're like outrageously priced. Or you could try to find just a used truck, losing the signal probably, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Go through these canyon lands in Utah. So if it loses signals, that's why. That beeping noise. See, they have, you know, these trucks have these collision avoidance systems. It's like a radar type of thing, and my radar thing is messed up. It just beeps for no reason. There's nothing there. There's no there. I need to have it, I think, adjusted. I need to take it in. They need to like readjust it or something. Something happened. I don't know. And it happened. I've been dealing with it since about 6 months into this thing, back in 2015. And I've never dealt with it because it's just, I don't know. I don't feel like dealing with it. So I guess I'm used to it by now. But if anyone's listening to this broadcast and they keep hearing that beeping noise, well, that's what it is. It's a stupid radar collision avoidance system thingy that I don't know if it's seeing things that's not there, because there's nothing there. I mean, it's clear. There's nothing in front of me, but it's out of calibration. I think it needs to be recalibrated or something. But anywho, look, here's the Virgin River. Wow, way up here. Here we are up in, I guess this is Mount Carmel, Utah. And the Virgin River is way up here. I guess the head, what do they call it, where a river starts? Is it the headwater, or I forget what they call it. There's a name for that, where a river starts, the starting point of a river. And it's up here somewhere, pretty close, I think. And you know, the Virgin River goes all the way down through St. George, Utah, and into that Virgin River Gorge, the Arizona Strip, and into Arizona, and then into Nevada. And I think it empties out somewhere north of Vegas. So here we are up at close to the starting point of the Virgin River. It's just like the Colorado River. I've driven through Colorado. I think it's Highway 50, or one of those highways, and then you end up in what's that town up in the mountains there, and I think there's a sign that says something like, that's why I know that word, but now I can't remember it, like the headwaters or the whatever it is, but it means like the starting point of the Colorado River, which is kind of cool because, you know, the Colorado River is like one of the biggest rivers in the United States. And then to go by where it starts, and it's just really kind of this little thing, like, you know, it's kind of like it's almost like a natural spring that just sort of springs out of the ground, you know. Because evidently there's probably a big aquifer right there from like runoff and melt off and run off from snow. It probably somehow just goes underground, and then it finds a point, you know, gravity takes hold, and it kind of finds there was a weak spot or something there, and where it just started coming out of the ground, and that's where this formed the river, you know, Colorado River. amazing, amazing stuff. So yeah, I think I'm in I think it's Mount Carmel, Utah, where I'm at right now. For those of you keeping score at home. Speaking of keeping score at home, baseball season I think will be starting tomorrow. Yippee-ki-yay! Go Dodgers! Yippee-ki-yay! Speaking of yippee-ki-yay, I heard about Bruce Willis. He's got, I forget what to call that, some sort of condition, and where it limits his cognitive abilities. It sounds like dementia to me or something maybe, but that kind of sucks. And so he's not going to be acting anymore or stuff. But so we wish the best to Bruce Willis. That he. I don't know if there's a cure for that or what, but hoping the best, for that. Wow, it's like someone made a container home, a house out of a container. It looked kind of cool. And it looked kind of cool. Oh, that's what I'm going to say. I'll thank you real much. I'll thank you. I'll thank you. I'll thank you, thank you, thank you. Got a guy on a motorcycle over here, and you got I don't know what that was. It's kind of weird building they were making. But it looks like they stopped building it. I'll thank you very much. Now I'm in, looks like Orderville. That's the name of the town? Orderville. Wow. That's a funny name for a town. Orderville. Now I think I've been through here before. I don't remember Orderville. I think we're going to be going through the town that Butch Cassidy was born. I think there's going to be a sign that says, it'll say like the birthplace of Butch Cassidy. And for anyone who has not seen the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, I highly recommend it. It's a great movie. Starring Robert Redford as the Sundance Kid and Paul Newman as Butch Cassidy. It's been a few years since I've watched that movie, but it still holds up, I mean, I know it's about the Old West, but I mean, as far as how it was made, it was really a part of these these new way of making films back in this 1969, I think. And I think prior to that, their movies were still kind of made like they were in the 50s, And then there was this late 60s, there were actually some kind of radical changes in what they would dare to put on, as far as language or nudity or even just soundtracks, or just the sort of the way they would talk. It was all different. Anyhow, it was a good movie. Catherine Ross. Very beautiful Catherine Ross. Was in there. I guess that I didn't even realize it, but I was listening to Mark Maron's WTF podcast with Sam Elliott, and Sam Elliott married Catherine Ross. Lucky dog. Anyhow, it's a good movie. If I see that sign, I'll be sure to let you know about Butch Cassidy. The birthplace of Butch Cassidy. I think that's on this road. It's been a while since I've been through here. It's either this one or... I don't know. I think it's through here. It's kind of a nice day. I mean, it's kind of cloudy. I actually had my windshield wipers on a little bit earlier. It got a little bit of rain. All right, I'm over here in the slow lane. There's ample opportunity for you four-wheelers if you want to get by me. Go lollygag. This is your time. Come on, Jeep. I know you can do it. There's a sheriff right there. He ain't gonna get me for speeding, that's for sure. I'm doing about 43 miles per hour. Climbing this grade. Climbing the grade here. Making the grade. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Thank you very much. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, burning love. Every now and then I'll just whip into a little Elvis. Just randomly, without any warning. It just happens. I don't know. I don't know. I'll like it. But thank you very much. I'll like it. I'll like it. I'll like it. I'll like it very much. Now it says I'm in Glendale. Okay, now just U.S. Highway 89. Destination is Pocatello, Idaho. What's up?